Hello. Okay, I think I'm ready now. Whoops. Today we'll be solving a couple of math problems, and I'll be popping in and out. And if anyone wants math tutoring, you can go to my Ko-Fi link. Okay. So in this case, we're solving a quadratic equation by factoring. So let's see. A little bit rusty, but let's see. So the only way to get 2 is if we have a 2 and a 1. We would have to have something times something to get 7. So if I were to guess, well, we could try 2 times 3, which is 6x, and 1 times x. Right? And that would be 7. But now we need both of them to be negative. So that gives us negative 7x. Set it equal to 0 and solve. So 2x minus 1 equals 0. Add 1 to both sides. It's equal to 1. Divide both sides by 2. And we get x is equal to 1/2. Now let's solve the other side. That's just x minus 3 equals 0. So x is equal to 3. Now let's plug these back in. So 2 times 1/2 squared minus 7 times 1/2 plus 3 equals 0. Let's see if that's true. 2 times 1 squared is just 1. 2 squared is 4. 7 over 2 plus 3 equals 0. Now we reduce this to 1/2 minus 7 over 2 plus 3 is equal to 0. 1 minus 7 is 6. So negative 6 over 2 plus 3 is equal to 0. When we reduce this down, we get negative 3 plus 3 equals 0. 0 equals 0. Whoops. Checks out. Our answer is x is equal to 1/2. Now let's check. Let's check x when x is equal to 3. So 2 times 3 squared minus 7. Oh, sorry, 7, 3 plus 3 equals 0. 3 squared, that's 9. 2 times 9 minus 7 times 3 is 21. 18 minus 21 plus 3 equals 0. 18 plus 3, that's 21 minus 21 equals 0. These cancel out, so we get 0 equals 0, which checks out. So that means our answer is both x is equal to 1/2 and x is equal to 3. Okay, if anyone has any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, I will look for another problem. Alright. So, for this problem, it says, find the derivative of the function. This was pretty easy. So, if you want to find the derivative of a function, what you have to do is take each term individually. So the first term, we'll take the coefficient and multiply it by the exponent. So 3 times 2, that is going to be 6. And then for the exponent, you need to subtract 1. So this would be x to the first power, but you don't have to write first power, so you just leave it. And then minus, we have 2 times the 1, so that's 2. And then 1 minus 1, that's just 0, so x to the 0 power, that would just be 1. And then the derivative of any number will just be 0. So then let's simplify this. Minus 2, and that is it. I'm going to look for the next problem. If anyone has any questions, let me know. Okay. Let's see. For this next question, well, this one's tricky. We're dealing with the product rule here, and we also have this trigonometric function, e, and then chain rule, and then a logarithmic with another chain rule. Okay, so let's get started. This one's going to take a little bit. It's going to take quite a bit of time, but let's break it down. There's no reason to be scared of this. So the first part we're going to be looking at is this product rule, because remember, we go by terms. So this would be the first term, and that would be the second term. Let's work with the first term first. Where do I begin? Okay, let's look at the product rule. So the product rule is the derivative of the first times the second times plus the first and then the derivative of the second. V times f. Actually, I'll use some different variables. Let's use u and v. Okay. So the derivative of the... I did that wrong, sorry. Okay, so we're going to do derivative of u times v plus the derivative of v times u. Okay, and then in this case, our u function is e to the 2x. The derivative of e to the 2x would just be, if I remember correctly, yeah. Okay, so you multiply the coefficient to the front of e. In this case, it would be, whoops, 2e and then 2x minus oh no, it's just 2x times 2x. So we don't subtract 1 in this case. The derivative of u is that. And then for v, our function is sine 3x. Then the derivative of sine is cosine. Let me double check this. Positive cosine, yeah. It is cosine, but remember we have to do the chain rule. So we need to multiply the coefficient of that 3x to the front. So we get 3 cosine 3x. Okay. So now, remember for the product rule here, we need to write these in the correct order. So first we have the derivative of u, which is 2e to the 2x. 2e to the 2x. So we have this one taken care of. And then times, so this whole thing times v. In this case, it would be sine 3x. Sine 3x. Plus u is e to the 2x. So e to 2x. And then times the derivative of v, which is 3 cosine 3x. Okay. And that is just this first portion here. The first, from the first term. Now we need the derivative of ln x squared plus 1. So first, what is the derivative of ln? Let's see. The derivative of ln, or was that? We have a function. The derivative of ln would be, I'm going to write it down here, 1 over f of x, and then times the derivative of f of x. Okay. In this case, we have f of x, which is what is inside of the logarithmic function, is x squared, sorry, plus 1. X squared plus 1. So the derivative of f of x is 2x, and then the derivative of 1 is just 0. So using these two we're going to add the last portion. Let me move this. There we go. I'm gonna move it to the side a little bit so it's not in the way. And then we'll add the derivative, which we said was, so it's 1 over f of x. So 1 over f of x we said was x squared plus 1. X squared plus 1 times the derivative of f of x, which is 2x. 2x. Now we will simplify. Is there anything we can simplify? And we can drop the parentheses here. 2e to x sine 3x plus, we can multiply this, 3e to x cosine 3x plus 2x over x squared plus 1. And that is our answer. Factor out a 2 here, but I don't really think that's necessary. Oh, actually we can't because we have a 3 here. Now we have 3 terms. Okay, and this is our answer. Okay. So we have h of x is equal to x cubed cosine x plus 1 over the square root of x. So what is the derivative? We have 2 coefficients. Oh, mine went blank. Terms! 2 terms, there we go. We have 2 terms. For this one, we're going to use the product rule and chain rule. So if you remember from our previous problem, we have u, v, and the derivative u. That is going to be u, v prime plus v, u. Okay. I'll try to use different colors this time so it's a little bit easier to distinguish between the two. So for u, we'll use blue, I guess. First we need u, so u of x is x cubed. I'll make the derivative a bit lighter. So the derivative of u is 3x squared. And we'll use red for v. In this case, it's cosine x. Whoops. V of x is equal to cosine x. And the derivative of cosine is negative sine, oops, I forgot to do it in a lighter color. The derivative of cosine x is negative sine x. So first we need u, which is x cubed, and then we need the derivative of v, that is negative sine x times negative sine x. Then we will add v plus v is cosine x. Cosine x times the derivative of u, which is 3x squared. The derivative of u, which is 3x squared. Okay, that is the first part, and then we have 1 over the square root of x. Make this one green. So the derivative of this, let's see, how are we going to do this? Honestly, what I would probably do is change it into an exponent. So 1 over the square root of x is equal to 1 over x to the 1/2. And because it's below in the denominator of the fraction, when we move it up, it becomes a negative. So that is x to the negative 1/2. All right. So the derivative of this, if this is, we'll just call it w. This is w of x, right? If we want the derivative of that, we get the exponent, multiply it by the coefficient, which is 1, times negative 1/2 x, and then subtract 1, so that is negative 3 over 2. 3 over 2 as an exponent. And we could write it as a radical. So this would be the square root of x to the 3rd. We can pull out an x. X square root x, right? Because x squared square rooted would be x, right? So this is w prime. And we just write it right here. So negative 1 over 2x square root x. Is there anything we can simplify? We can do minus x cubed sine x plus cosine x. Oh, I should have written this first. 3x squared cosine x minus 1 over 2x square root x. And that is our answer. Okie dokie. To work on this last problem. Okay. Okay. So the derivative of natural log, if we recall from one of our previous problems, the derivative of this will be the derivative of natural log f of x, sorry. Is going to be 1 over the derivative of what is inside the logarithmic function. And then, what was it? Times the derivative of that. Oh wait, hold on. No, this one wasn't the derivative. The derivative of that function, I'm sorry. 1 over the function times the derivative of that function. Okay? So first we need to get the derivative of the inside. So our f of x is equal to 2x squared plus 3x plus 1. So f prime will be 2 times 2 is 4x minus 1, that's just 1, plus 1 times 3, that is 3, minus 1, that's 0, x to the 0 is 1, so we don't write anything here, and the derivative of a coefficient is also 0. Okay. Or not also 0, this is 1, and that is 0. And then we have 1 over f of x, which is 2x squared plus 3x plus 1 times the derivative 4x plus 3. I guess that's the answer. Yeah. So the answer is 4x plus 3 over 2x squared plus 3x plus 1. And that is all. I doubt this is factorable. Right, though, just to make sure. So in order to get 1, we need 1s. In order to get 2, we need a 2 and a 1. Inside we get 1x, outside we get 2x. Both positive, it looks like it is factorable. But when we look at each of these, none of them match up with the numerator. So this is the most simplified form. And that is all for today. I'll try to be on more regularly from now on. This way, anyone can come and ask any questions that they have. If you want me to answer one of your questions, like homework questions or something, I can help you with that. If there's a line, you can request through Ko-Fi for priority purposes. Otherwise, I will answer anyone's questions who are in the queue in the order that they come in. No one is asking any questions. I will just go over some random problems. I'll try to stick to a theme every day, and hopefully I can help someone with the homework and stuff. Okie dokie. Have a good day or good night. Thank you for watching.